Hey folks, welcome back to GP Reactions. My name is Gail, this is my channel, and I am listening to some music on a Sunday night, although when this goes out it may very well not be Sunday, probably be in a week sometime. So going to be listening now to a track by a group called Silent Circle. Never heard of this band, never heard of this track. The track is called Touching the Night, taken from the album Number One, which is a bit pretentious, calling it your album number one. And this track was actually from 1985 or 86. I think the album was from 86. They're a German band, so honestly, I've never heard of them. Never heard of this band. Um, and we have in the band we have Martin. I'm going to really butcher his name now. It's Tych Tichson, Axel Brittvig on keys, Jürgen Behrens on drums. Hopefully, I haven't killed those names too badly. Yeah, so by looks of his picture, there's two people on keyboards, so maybe this is a synth band. I have no idea. This is an official video, so I, let's just click play and we'll see what it's about. But yeah, just a quick thank you to everybody that has subscribed, commented, liked the videos, which is really, really important, and donated to buy me a coffee, which is also very, very nice. It's not mandatory, but if you do, you suggest some music to listen to, I will 100% react to that track as soon as I can, as soon as I get back to reacting. But yeah, in the meantime, just enjoy the videos if you like your 80s stuff. Now, so yeah, without further ado, Silent Circle, Touch in the Night, and this is a video, I think. It is.
Remember all the cries. It's a secret dream, lost in your love.
Do you know if the Flock of Seagulls and Nick Kershaw had a baby, this is what their child would look like.
Lonesome eyes are all I want to know. Helpless tears can never stop the rain. Only you can turn my life, can turn it just this way. Touching the night, it feels like heaven. Touching the night. So lucky in love, lost in your light. Another secret, touching the night. Whatever I do, you, my angel in disguise. Deep inside my heart, like the inner light. I believe in all your promise and your lies, but I fear in the end I lose. Only you can turn my life, can turn it just this way. Touching the night, it feels like heaven.
Yeah, this is, this is Euro synth pop, and it's one of those things that you probably find yourself kind of humming along to, not really listening to the lyrics. maybe just a hook. But it's nice. It's got a catchy melody to it, and it's just sometimes it's just nice to listen to something that's just kind of catchy and relatively happy. I don't think the lyrics are sad. I think it's just I think it's just about somebody who likes somebody. I I don't think there's anything really deep to look into with these lyrics. It is German pop, Euro pop. Um, yeah, it's just a catchy song, but I kind of like it, and it's not one I'd rush out to buy if even back in 85, 86. You want to, oh yeah, I must get hold of that single by Silent Circle, Touching the Night. But it's just a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit like Opus. Life is life. Although that was more of an anthemic kind of, that was one of those songs that crowds would probably sing to. But yeah, that kind of thing. I wouldn't say it's as good as like Dolce Vita. That was from '83. That was a proper classic, but it's just a fun Europop song.
Touching the night, so lucky in love. I feel for you tonight. I'm calling your name tonight. I feel for you tonight. Only you can turn my life, can turn it just this way. Touching the light, it feels like heaven. Touching the night, so lucky in love. I feel for you. Touching the night, I'm calling your name. Touching the night, I feel for you. Touching the night, I'm calling your name.
That was a Silent Circle Touching the Night. I'm not even sure what the video was about. What was going on, like a sort of some Wild West scene in the background. I think it was purely incidental. I might be wrong, these might be the deepest lyrics that have ever been written, but I'm kind of guessing it's just meant to be like a catchy tune with a little bit of a hook, something that you might sing in the clubs, touching the night, do 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 do. Um, I don't think it's anything deeper than that. And sometimes it's just nice to listen to a bit of music like that. Obviously, I did this as a reaction, but I would probably, if I heard it on the radio, like I said, I'd probably be touching the night, do do, and it would be maybe an earworm after a while if I've heard it a few times. And there's little bits of, I don't know, I was listening to it and I'm thinking, that sounds familiar, and that bit kind of sounds like it could be. So there's little bits of this song that, maybe I was thinking there was a song by a group called Transx, Living in Video, and then there was just other little bits of sounds on this that I thought, gee, hey, do you know that's kind of got it reminds me of something I can't quite think what. But also there was I liked the electric drums. Had a really good sound to them, and I remember sort of like Genesis introducing electric drums and performance, and but yeah, these electric drums it had that definitely had that mid 80s sound. And it's quite good because you kind of feel a little bit nostalgic when you hear something that sounds like something else, that reminds you of other music because then it kind of fits. It fits into that timeline. If it was very sort of avant-garde and completely sort of strange and different, a bit like the Nina Hagen track I listened to, which I think was Nature Train, no, that was in the 70s. It just kind of felt really, really weird. And if I hadn't been told when that was from, I might have thought it was from, completely, you know, it would have just been a pure guess, which it could have been, any time within about a 10-year gap. But this definitely gives me 80s vibe. which is good. Haven't got really anything to say about this song. I wonder if anyone actually commented on this. 80s is the best era ever. Okay, I mean, it's, yeah. I won't argue with that. Strange to feel nostalgic for an era I never experienced. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you listen to enough 80s stuff, you build up your own kind of catalogue of music in your head, and people born after the 80s but like 80s music more than they do stuff today. Nothing about the band specifically in this. Um, there's quite a few comments on it, so they must know who this is. I learned about his song from YouTube Shorts, even though I consider myself a 90s guy. Surprised I never heard it back in the day because it's such a banger hit. Yeah, it is. It's very catchy, as I said. The song is popular amongst Charleston dances. Hmm. I mean, I'd have to know what a Charleston dance is. I suppose it's a whole different kettle of fish. So yeah, it's I think like similar to myself, it brings back a lot of nostalgic feelings, even though I've never heard this track. So in reality, I could have been born, later on and listened to a few tracks from the 80s and thought there is a theme there that feels sort of nostalgic for a time of where you could make a pop song and it was quite innocuous and happy. So yeah. Anyway, please drop me a comment below, and till next time, have a wonderful week. This hopefully will go out sometime during next week. So yeah, have a great week and take care of yourselves.